So before we started recording the episode, Andrew brought to our writer's room one of the weirdest headlines that I think I've read in recent months. Do you have that story?
Yeah, I pull it up right here. This is from NBC News. This is hot off the press, guys. You might have heard this story, but NBC News says, the Utah woman accused of killing her husband by poisoning him, then authoring a children's book on grief, allegedly searched for lethal doses of fentanyl, life insurance payouts, and lie detector tests on her iPhone, according to court documents. Here's one search. If someone is poisoned, what does it go down on the death certificate as? Also searched, what is a lethal dose of fentanyl?
Okay. Any.
Can cops force you to do a lie detector test? Death certificate says pending. Will life insurance still pay? Question mark.
God. First of all, I'm a little biased because I'm a huge fan of her work. I absolutely love The Hungry Little Caterpillar Takes Fentanyl for the first time. Or Where the Overdosed Husbands Are.
Right.
But I am, as a huge fan of hip hop, against people's like lyrics being used in their court cases.
Sure. Yeah.
This, I feel like, is not that. Because you basically searched how to not look guilty when definitely you murdered your husband.
Truly, it is one step away from that very search term.
Yeah.
But here we go. And this is how you know that she had some self-awareness in this matter, because the next search thing, how to permanently delete information from an iPhone remotely.
My God.
No.
Oh, so she'd already been caught, and then wait. So was she already caught and like signed into her iCloud elsewhere to Google how to wipe her phone remotely?
I have not looked over the court documents.
Also, she's an idiot. Find my phone, report it lost, stolen, brick it. What the fuck?
Brick it. Absolutely. Terrible OPSEC. Awful garbage OPSEC.
I would get away with murder. Oh, I don't think...
Whoa.
I'm not saying...
Not anymore, Greg.
I'm not saying... Who said I haven't already? I'm not saying that she shouldn't go to jail, but I am saying, I feel like at a certain point, how self-incriminating, like, what's the line?
I think it is, can force cop to do lie detector tests, death certificate.
She was writing her grief book.
Okay.
Plausible deniability. She Google weird stuff because she write books about weird.
See, here's the thing is, like, I've heard, there's been stories of people who are like, they murdered somebody and then wrote like a true crime book or something.
Sure. Yeah.
There's been a lot of, basically what I'm trying to say is never trust anyone who makes true crime content.
Absolutely not.
And I say that as the host of a current true crime podcast.
Correct. Yes.
And I agree with you as the host of a future true crime podcast.
That's right. This is from the mouth, so straight from the horse's mouth. Do not trust these people.
Also, I want to specify what Griff was saying is that's a new show that we're working on. It's not a true crime podcast that will come out. It's a future true crime podcast. We go, these are crimes that are going to be committed. If your name is Kevin Nielsen, run.
She's lying to you.
The Minority Report podcast. Every episode, like, a red ball. Here we go. And then we scroll through the future footage. Yeah. That's a reference from like 1999 for all the kids out there.
This segment of the RT podcast is sponsored by Helix Sleep. Sleep is one of the most universal human experiences that there is. Believe it or not, we all do it. It takes up about a third of our lives, and a good night's sleep can have some serious health benefits. So why is finding the perfect mattress so hard? Well, thanks to Helix Sleep, finding the perfect mattress for you is just as easy as taking a 2-minute quiz. The Helix lineup offers 20 unique mattresses, including the award-winning Luxe Collection, the newly released Helix Elite Collection, and a mattress designed for big and tall sleepers. You know what that means for me? It means that I no longer have to have my big old feet hanging off the edge of the mattress so the monsters can get me in my sleep. Helix mattresses even have a cooling technology that helps regulate your body temperature, whatever the season. And they offer a 100-night trial so that you can test out your new mattress at home to make sure that it is the perfect fit for you. And you've heard Gus talking about how he's been getting his best night's sleep thanks to Helix. That's all he ever talks about. He won't shut up about how well rested he is. And all he had to do was take a little quiz to find the best mattress for his needs, and boom, perfect Gus-shaped mattress. Although you would get a U-shaped mattress and not a Gus-shaped mattress because he has a weird body. Right now, Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/rooster. This is the best offer yet, and it will not last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. So go to helixsleep.com/rooster for 20% off all mattresses and 2 free pillows. Sleep. You got to do it sometime. If you're saying that, like, the author of a true crime podcast, okay, because that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I run a true crime podcast.
Yes, you do.
I've made a lot of awful Google searches.
You've looked up the dead cult people's shoes.
Yeah,
On-
the Nike Decades.
On StockX.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Nike Decade joggers that Heaven's Gate wore when they
Yeah.
all did a
the
thing.
When they caught that last train out of the cosmos.
Going anywhere.
Away team.
Yeah.
Jesus
That's what they have
Christ.
on their jacket.
I've Googled a lot of stuff when we were covering like some of these like really aggressive violent cults. I've looked up like how make bomb,
Yeah.
you know, like I've
Sure.
done that shit.
Yeah.
That's one thing. You could make the argument even that other true crime or crime fiction detectives doing this, that you could make that argument like, oh, I was looking it up for the book. I was
Exactly.
looking it up for the book. This is a children's book.
Right. This isn't like the Curious Bear discovers due process.
Yeah.
We don't know what was in her drafts, just in her search history.
Sure.
Curious George is forced to take a lie detector test after the man in the yellow hat became the man in the red stained room. I don't know. I flip back and forth on it because like I don't want anyone to go through my search history ever. I think
course
there's
not.
a lot of awful stuff,
Especially out of context.
Sure.
especially out of context.
Especially out of context.
Well, that, you know, you bring up a good point because, like, I think as like creative people, as writers and stuff, we do a lot of research and we want to make sure things are accurate. I want to make sure like we understand the things that we want to write about and like the characters that we create, and so that does put like a very like huge barrier on, you know, creating authentic stuff when it's like, yeah, I want to write this character that is like a, you know, bomb maker, so I do need to look up bombs, but I also don't want to get on a list, and I also want to be able to fly places eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hear
So
me
it's
out.
like,
VPN, Chromebook, done.
Interesting. I would just go to the public library.
No, because can't they see what your? Because you have to log in with your card number.
Oh, you just lie.
No, you have to have a card number to log in. Like
I'm
and a
saying
PIN.
that you just lie when you sign up for a library card.
They make you show mail.
You know how easy it is to fake mail?
You steal mail.
Yeah, all the time.
so
That's a
more
federal
federal crime.
No, it's not. I Googled it. I Googled federal crime, steal mail, kill husband.
in the library where you lied about it.
Don't give people tips on how to get away with
not.
crimes.
Well, here's the thing. Someone says to me VPN Chromebook, I'm like, okay, so you are definitely a criminal. It's like,
No.
No, you're definitely trying to watch Community on Netflix, but
Yeah.
you live in Canada. That's what it is.
Yeah,
you're trying to watch Nirvana the band, the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's less of a criminal and more of a I ignored the off of service stream by date on my Google Calendar. Like, you know, I just like, no, I gotta put down in Vancouver now.
I think what's really interesting to me is that like this thought process of like the things that you Google search being able to be seen by other people is like all things considered a relatively new concept, I think, at least for like the general public.
Oh, 100%.
I think this person didn't even know that their Google search until they had finished searching all of these things. Because like I remember being a kid and trying to like Google search stuff and not even being aware of the fact that like other people on my computer could see what I was Googling. And I'm talking about stuff like girls kissing. But and then followed by bigger butt.
And some things never change because those searches are going on to this day.
Yeah, exactly.
Those search terms have never changed.
What I do think is interesting is that like you have to be so worried where like we all make the joke, right, of like if you look up anything about like where to hide a body or something like, oh, my FBI agent is watching me. When I was in middle school, I had a PDF document of the Anarchist Cookbook just loaded on the family computer.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, same. And this brings up the age difference. It was me in college had the PDF.
I never at any point was afraid that was going to come. That having the ingredients on how to make a napalm and like how to take down society as a PDF right next to like the pictures that we took on vacation to San Antonio on the same hard drive. I don't know. I think I guess
pictures of the Alamo next to pictures of thermite.
Oh God.
I think it's a case by case basis is my ruling on this.
Sure.
Is that like your search history should be admissible in court if it is this incriminating. You could almost, if you took up every sentence that she Googled, it is almost a word for word confession of the crime.
It's like, now closing arguments. Lawyer gets up. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Come on. What are we even doing here?
What are the odds? What are the odds?
Yeah. Just that's the whole. Thank you.
This is a joke for 5 people, but she basically, this is like Bobby Schmurder Googling what to do when you catch a body about a week ago. Free my boy Bobby. Come on. I think he's out.
Bobby's out.
Bobby's out.